All right, art students, welcome back for another lesson in drawing. So we're going to continue with the female drawings because I haven't been doing females lately. So regardless if I get paid for it or not because of YouTube and your crazy rules, I'm going to teach you guys in a way. So I'm going to do another female and I'm trying to feel out the position because it usually a lot of times doesn't come out the way I want it to come out. But anyway, okay, so I know she's gonna have a curve. We put like a curve to her because women usually balance on one leg, which tilts the hips and then tilts the shoulders the opposite way. So let's just do this. Okay, so now I want to get my torso. Remember that the torso, if you just watched the last video, I think this is the one before this, about getting action by getting the torso right. And then I'm gonna get the hips. So as I said, a lot of times I don't do the waist. I just do the kind of throw the hips in there, and then hopefully it comes out for the best. But a lot of times what I will do is, let's see if I can find me a blank piece of paper, which I don't have. I have to use the back of one. I will do, is this written on? No. If I'm doing the female, I'll do the letter K. I'll do it this way. Like that. That starts out my body, and that means I can put one leg this way, one leg that way, chop this off. Here's my head, and you have a small waist. If I need to, I'll bring that in just a little bit. But just by doing the letter K, it's like that. You can reverse the K like that, or you can curve it, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of curving it, but I'm drawing the torso in, and then I'm going to draw that in, and the leg is going to come around. So there's a preview. Remembering not to make the torso so wide. And as I said in my other video, if you end up with a torso that's kind of too big, you can make the head a little bigger to shrink down those shoulders that's going to be on that torso. So even though she's going to have that curve, she's going to be curving around because that leg is going to come up. Oh, she got to have that little piece of waist. The waist does go in. It's not going to curve around. So turn your paper. Curve it in just a little bit, giving it some of that calf. No, you can't curve it too much. And this, now that I'm seeing it, is too long. I like to kind of give my women a little longer legs, but that's too long. And this is why I tend to draw this little centerpiece here, because that kind of helps me with my gauging my length. Yeah, might make it just a tad bit longer, but we'll see. Let's get this other leg in here. This other leg is going to come out. It's going to like come right in front. It's going to be bent a little bit, a little bit, a lot of bit. And after I scratch my leg, I'll see if I want to bring it up higher or not. So that is going to come like this, and then down. And then I can bring that back more. That foot. So he's going to be right here. So front circle, back circle. And then that other foot is going to be going down. You really won't see any calf on this one, I don't believe. Because remember, you have that center line going down that leg, which should go down that foot, which gives you good direction on how to do the foot for those who are doing crooked feet. Just follow that center line. This is the ankle. You won't see the heel. All right, so got that. Now let's make sure this is not too high. So I'm going to drop that. That's going to be like the collarbones or maybe the top of the shoulder. Then that delt, since it's turned, that delt's going to be back here. So that's going to be the collarbone. And the other delt here. So let's do this. Comes in and goes around. So the breasts are going to be right here. It depends on how big you want to make the breasts. Put that arm back behind. And this is the hard part. It's just, what am I going to do with the arms and the legs? Since I have the legs already the way I want it, somewhat. The head, let me say, you can make that head a little bigger. She's going to be, since she's going that way, she's going to have either the hand is probably going to be out. So she's going to be looking in the direction of the hand. Bring that into more of a point at the chin, at the center line for the chin. There's that neck. And that sloping shoulder. Not round shoulders like the man. And then the delts. Woman's shoulder is sloping, like comes down and like that. And then drops off. Versus the man's that comes down, straight down from the head, from the side of the face. And then you kind of round it off. And then you go up again and then drop off. Whereas the woman is just kind of a smooth transition. So, if you keep your paper still, I'm thinking usually when I do something like that, I'll put the hand first. I'll just wherever I want the hand, and then the rest kind of goes there. So this is going to be my curve point right here. So my delt is going to be here. That's a given. I mean, it's just, you know, one place for your delt. It's just going to be right there. So then I will have to, after the hand is placed where you want it to place, then you put your forearm, which I'm not going to keep this because I know it's off. And then what's left is going to be your bicep. Because sometimes this goes back. How can I explain that? Let's see if I have my little guy here. Did I put him up? No, he's still here. Sometimes when you bend the arm, let me show you from the side. The way I have it, it kind of goes in, but when you bend your arm a lot of times, the elbow is going to go back behind you in order to get that hand in that position that you want. That elbow is going to go back, out, and behind you like that. So instead of going down, this has got to go more out like this way. So you have to shorten this. And that's if I kept the hand right there. I mean, if you got your hand placement and you said it must stay right there, then you have to get that arm where it's bent to make it fit. But obviously for me, it doesn't have to stay there. Or what I could do is stretch it out more. But because if I put the arm out there, I have to do something else with the shoulder. The shoulder is like too relaxed for that hand or that arm to be stretched out like that. So that delta is going to be somewhat like that. Do I want that hand here? Do I not? It's got to drop down to connect with this, which connects with that, which says that's going to go up more. And it's going to come down into the chest. And then you have this, which needs to be more slimmer. And then I could get a better hand position if I chose to. Bring this hip in a little bit more if I chose to. Make it into like the anime type slimness. Or I can keep the big hips. So this is going to be about right here. Have to have that space. So this leg is going to be here, here, and then you have that realistically like that. Which is not a bad position monitor-wise, as in I'm looking in the monitor. Palm under that thumb, the other palm's right there. That baby finger actually goes down into that, and I'll get these fingers later. 3, makes this 4th one. Which I'll have to bring that palm out more. This hand. And as I say, hand makes the expression. Your hands make the expression. That's kind of a soft expression from that hand. Whereas the fist is being more a little more powerful with the expression. So I figure out a different position. That's more of a stop where you are kind of position. And usually I'll do my stick fingers like that, so I can kind of gauge where how I want my hand. Which is not bad. So I get this part right here, curving it. 1 and 2. I usually only do 2 breaks in the finger. And this last one is going to be more down. Gotta leave a little space between the fingers though. And then you have that. Do something with the thumb, maybe bring that thumb in more, maybe not. No, I'll just leave it as is. Where's my blue? This is right here. Like that. I think you guys can see that. Work on my shape a little bit more. So I want to bring that breast out, give it a little more of a roundness to it. And then this one, which is going to sit going down at an angle, and I told you guys about that in the other video about the water balloon resting on the edge of a table, or a table that is angled. So it's not always going to be just round like that. It depends on how much that torso is turned, because if this torso is turned enough, I don't know if you can see that here. I don't know if you can see that, the way that this is coming down and around. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. You wouldn't know if I was, you know, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. If I could explain it better, you could see it. But since she is not turned that much, I'm going to go ahead and just make it more rounder for the sake of sakeness. And then it's that shoulder, that neck, shoulder, slim that out a little bit more. That, I usually put that little V under my ab area, because this is where that's going to curve up at right there. So you're going to take that dramatic turn. You're still going to have to have room for the little obliques, which you don't have to really draw. You shouldn't be drawing women with obliques. Bring that hip up there. So be a little turn right there. Now that hand could be a lot better if I had a sharper pencil, or could see it when I'm drawing with this pencil. It's the thumb. I can't see with this pencil. And I'm out of eraser space. And because it's not sharp, it's not coming out. Stop making excuses. No excuse, it's the truth. Four, and that finger's bent up under that palm. Drop that shoulder a little bit, and I think we have a winner. And I find a place for the eye, or that center line for that eye, which is crooked, which is something a lot of young artists have to work on, seeing if a line is crooked or not. And then come down, make a little bit of a line for the chin, and then come down. And basically you're getting your head in the proper shape, perspective, for getting your head right by doing that. And I'll get into that later. I talked about that in, I guess, 2 videos back. About getting that head right, correct. So, as far as the female position is this one would be considered done. Comes in, keep that calf high, ankle, that knee, and then that piece of that calf right there, and that foot would go back at a more of an angle for me. And I believe that is going to be it. Let me bring that hip in a little bit more, up and into the waist, and get that curve. So that is going to be it. Let's say I can sit here and play with this thing all day, but I'm not. So, looking at it, thinking about what else I want to do. I want to end this here. What is it? 21 minutes. Good job, Brian. Good job. You're bringing them down. That's because I haven't gone into teacher mode and I haven't gone into ramble mode. So, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to ink these later, and I'm going to show you guys after I finish inking all of my drawings to go into my drawing book. And maybe have an ink version and a version with clothes on, as well as I'll put change these into actual characters with shadow and so forth and so on. But that's going to be like in later videos, because these are just basically showing you guys how to do more positions as I try to fix this. So that's going to be it. I'm going to force myself to say that's going to be it and shut down before I start rambling and turn this into a 40-minute video. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video, so don't go away. All right, later.